What do you want?
Charming. I was just ringing to wish you good luck for today's exam.
You're early. My next exam's not until Monday.
Oh, good job, judging by the sound of it. Excuse me.
I've been up all night revising.
A few less nights out and you wouldn't be struggling now.
Just remind me, how many qualifications did you leave school with?
Don't have a pop at me, Jack Collins. If you want to know who's responsible for your problems, try looking in the mirror sometime.
Mum, I didn't mean that. Sorry.
You wanted to see me, boss?
Mm.
Well, all my paperwork's up to date. I've handed over all the cases. And I'd like to say thanks. Thanks for the opportunity. I really feel like I've learned something. Right, I'll be going then.
Robert, Force believes it's important to identify what we're doing well and what still needs work. I'm required to do an exit interview with anybody leaving CID, even those only here on attachment.
OK. I'm free now.
I'm busy. I have to come back later. I should be free by about 9:30, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's fine, boss.
I'm never going to pass. I can't remember a single precedent. How am I supposed to answer law exam questions if I can't cite legal precedents?
Stop panicking, you lightweight. When you get in there, just do what Jen always tells me to do. Concentrate and relax. Simples.
Sounds like good advice.
Get a room.
You coming around later to study? I'll see you later then. Bye, Jack.
Studying. Is that what you call it?
Well, we do have occasional breaks, just to relieve the stress.
Rather you than me. Nothing against Jen, but her dad scares me silly.
Professor Oldham's a pussycat once you get to know him. Yeah, all right, he scares me too.
Mr. Hollins, you will never be a lawyer until you master ethical dilemmas, instead of letting them master you.
I'll speak of the devil.
Is it safe?
Yeah. You know what I admire about you, Jack? Your bravery.
Yeah, that was self-preservation. He'd have read my ethics essay by now, and the last thing I need is an ear bashing from him.
Well, you can always make it up in the exams. Contracts Monday. Can't wait.
You were bricking it last week. How come you're not worried now?
Trade secret, my boy. Trade secret.
Spill.
All right, but you can't tell anyone. These babies help you concentrate for hours without getting tired.
You sound too good to be true.
Well, they're not. They're like steroids for the brain.
What about side effects?
Help you study better. That's the only effect I've noticed.
Harry, you haven't stopped fidgeting all afternoon.
All right, maybe the pills have got me a bit wired, but they work. There's serious money to be made from these.
No, thanks, I'm not interested.
Those pills could be the difference between you passing and failing.
I hear you're losing your virginity.
I'm sorry?
It's your first shift with the out-of-hours service tonight, isn't it?
Oh, that? Yes.
Well, expect a load of hysterical first-time parents pushing the panic button about their precious little offspring, plus plenty of chavs too stupid to find A&E.
Right. Have you got any constructive advice?
That was constructive.
I'm actually rather looking forward to the whole experience.
Why?
Well, because it'll give me a chance to try a more, holistic approach to healthcare.
You've been spending too much time with Elaine.
Doctors learn a lot more about their patients when they visit them at home.
Let's see if you still believe that after your first shift.
Jen.
Hi, Jack. Harry's still in there?
Yeah. You seem all right to you?
We've hardly seen each other all week. Been too busy revising. Why'd you ask?
You could run the national grid off all of his nervous energy.
Probably just cabin fever. Don't worry, I'll sort him out.
Mr. Hollins.
Professor Oldham.
Hello, Daddy.
Jennifer.
Try not to be too mean to poor Jack.
This essay, and I use the term in its loosest sense. Did you perhaps submit the initial notes on your final draft by mistake?
I know it's a bit rough, but I was...
Sandpaper is a bit rough, Mr. Hollins. This is utterly feeble.
I submitted it early so I could revise for my contracts exam on Monday.
I don't care. Ethics is what you're supposed to have been learning in my class, Mr. Hollins, although any evidence of that is sorely lacking from this paper.
Sorry.
There is one ray of hope in your otherwise unpromising future. The final submission deadline is midnight. You have another chance to replace your lamentable effort. Ideally, with a better one.
But that's less than 7 hours away.
We all have sacrifices to make, Mr. Hollins. If you want to pass my module, you'll have to put in some hard work. Otherwise, you'll be retaking it next year.
And now she wants me to come back tonight, just for her convenience.
Well, at least it gives you time to go home for a bit.
Just sick of driver yanking my chain like now. She started to call me Robert. I swear it is just to wind me up. Only my mother calls me Robert.
Why don't I make you a cup of tea?
Because I don't want any tea.
Well, I can't take my rooms out there.
You can't expect that to heal unless you leave it to learn. Do you understand? I'll be with you in a minute.
I need some advice.
Oh, not now, Jack.
Please, this is urgent.
I've been on my feet all day. Take a seat and wait like everyone else. You are desperate, aren't you?
I need answers.
So, start talking.
One of my friends has been taking pills to help him study.
A student popping pills. Well, you'd know all about that.
Zara, this is serious.
I've had half a dozen undergrads this week taking dodgy pills. Next you'll be telling me that students drink too much beer and eat junk food.
He was one of the most laid-back guys in class. Now he's totally wired.
Well, maybe he's taking too many caffeine pills. Have you seen what they look like?
I can do better than that.
I'm sorry, but that's no good to me. Without the original packaging, I can't tell what they are, or indeed how dangerous they could be.
You make sure you stand up for yourself in that interview. You've helped that hatchet-faced cow with some important cases.
Yeah, but I also helped to get one of her highest profile convictions overturned.
You proved Pearson was innocent. You caught the real killer.
I undermined her. Nobody's boss likes to be made to look a fool, especially Driver. Sorry, love, but I don't want that.
Well, maybe something good will come of it. Appraisals aren't all that bad. I mean, if I hadn't had my big chat with Julia, I wouldn't be an HCA.
I'd agree with you if it was anybody but Driver doing the interview.
Well, maybe you'd be better off in uniform while Driver's running CID.
Hey?
What?
Oh, it's been in CID these last few months. It's helped to keep me going. It's given me a chance to find out if I'm more than just another old dinosaur. Oh, no. Going back to uniform, I'd be right back where I started.
Sweetheart.
You've left by now.
And Driver's 20 minutes late.
Oh, probably some old soap with halitosis, hemorrhoids and flatulence.
If I'm lucky.
Dr. Bond.
Yeah.
I'm Mitch Dawson. Sorry I'm late. I'll be your driver for tonight.
Okay.
Maybe your luck's changing.
Mitch, this is my colleague, Zara Carmichael.
Hello. I'll expect a blow-by-blow account.
I'll see you tomorrow, Dr. Carmichael.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Thank you.
Harry? Jen? Anyone around?
In here.
Might have known you'd be in here. Where's Jen?
Running late.
Treating me and keeping keen, eh? Her dad's the same. He's given me until midnight to rewrite that essay. I was hoping that Jen could... What's wrong? Time of the month, is it?
It's not funny. Been having stomach cramps since I left the library.
How many of these have you taken?
Just a couple. Maybe a few more.
You prat. Do you even know what's in them? That's it. I'm calling an ambulance.
No, don't. If anyone finds out, I'm finished.
Oh, my lord.
I know.
Did she honestly think you were interested?
I really couldn't speculate.
The look on your face when her robe slipped off.
Well, you asking what it's like on a waterbed didn't exactly help.
Honestly, it's people like that make me glad I became a vet. At least you know an animal's never going to flirt with you. Some of the dogs get over-enthusiastic, but definitely no flirting.
I don't suppose animals look up their ailments online and then explain to you how you've got their diagnosis all wrong.
Not once.
You make being a vet sound very attractive.
I am to please, Doc.
Simon. Call me Simon. So one thing I don't get, how come you're driving me around when you're a qualified vet?
It's not every day you get to take a good-looking bloke for a ride.
You're changing the subject.
All right. This is my second job. I'm a locum vet by day and driver by night. Only way to pay off my student loan. When next, Simon?
Doctor's on the way, you idiot.
I hope their bedside manner's better than yours.
Told you those pills were too good to be true. Where are you getting them from, anyway? What are they? But either you start talking, or I leave the Dean a message saying you've been dropping dodgy pills. I'm trying to help you, you muppet.
Smart drugs. I've been taking smart drugs.
Don't look too clever to me.
They're supposed to help you concentrate.
How long you been taking them?
Only a week. I had no choice unless my grades pick up. I'm history.
Harry, where are you?
I'll go.
Jack, what are you doing here? Where's Harry?
He's in your room. He's not feeling very well, so I've called a doctor.
What? What's wrong with him?
It's okay. I've called a doctor. Jen, did you know that Harry's been taking pills?
I warned him not to. You can't mess with your body like that, even if it is just caffeine supplements.
The pills that Harry's been taking aren't caffeine. I'll get it. Go and see if you can talk some sense into him. He won't even tell me where he's been getting them. Jack, long story. You better come in.
Come in. Firstly, thanks for agreeing to this. We try to be an employee-oriented force in which team members experience positive morale and motivation. So it's always useful for us to sense check that we're communicating our mission and goals.
Right.
So, based on your experience, what's it take to succeed in this department? What are the key skills and qualities we should be looking for?
Well, you need to be able to pull your weight. Get stuck in without being asked. But most of all, you need to be able to speak your mind without being afraid.
Looking back over your time here, what case do you regret most? I'm sure you can think of a few examples.
All right, Harry's going to be fine. I've given him something for the cramping, his palpitations have eased off, but I think he needs rest. One of you should stay with him just in case.
Okay.
Okay, call me if there's any change.
Thank you.
All right. Your friend's lucky. Side effects could have been much worse.
Harry said he'd been taking smart drugs.
I doubt it. They're licensed for conditions like narcolepsy or ADHD. No doctor would prescribe them for a healthy patient.
So either he's been taking someone else's medication.
Yeah, or he's been getting them illegally. And if that's the case, there could be anything in them. Could be Ritalin, could be rat poison. Where's he getting them?
I don't know. Zara mentioned seeing other students who've been taking dodgy pills.
I can't discuss individual cases. If you've got concerns that students are at risk, you should warn the university.
Okay. Thanks for coming.
All right.
It's only fair to say you've had some good results, like the Hammond case. Can't have been easy getting a woman to admit she'd drowned her baby.
No.
But since I took over, you've struggled. Why is that? Do you have a problem taking orders from a woman? I'm glad you can see the funny side of this.
I've been married a long time. Trust me, I'm used to taking orders from a woman.
The fact remains you empathise too strongly. It colours your judgment.
It also helps me gain their trust.
Did it help Gemma Tanner? Only 15 years old, and she's facing life for killing a stepdad who was pimping her out. Gemma might have had a chance if you hadn't felt sorry for her mum and said too much.
Maybe I made an error of judgment.
A real detective would have nailed that case. But you decided Gemma's mum was a victim. You screwed up. I think that about covers everything. Is there anything you wanted to ask?
No.
Fine, I'll get these typed up for you to countersign. You're a good copper, Robert. Uniform needs people like you.
Look who's feeling better.
Yeah, just call me Lazarus.
No thanks.
What's wrong?
I want an explanation.
Where did you get them?
Does it matter?
The pills are mine. I got them off the internet.
In the library earlier, you said there was serious money to be made from these. Have you been selling them to other students?
I needed the money. I know it's not the brightest thing ever.
Jack, you've got to keep quiet about this, for Harry's sake.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I don't believe a word. You might be a bit of an idiot sometimes, but no way are you a drug dealer. And besides, it wasn't Harry's bag I found him in. It was yours.
What exactly is going on here? Well, Mr. Hollins?
There you go. Cheers.
Hey, you left your phone behind. It went off when you were inside.
All right, thanks.
I was wondering if you fancied an earlier breakfast once we're finished.
Yeah, sounds good.
Great. I'll cook a mean eggs Benedict.
Gotta go.
What's the call?
Heavily pregnant woman in distress, Churchill Estate.
I'm saying your daughter's a drug dealer.
Impossible.
It's the truth. I've been busting a gut in your class trying to get a decent grade, while Jen's been flogging smart drugs to stupid students. I've even spent the last few hours rewriting my essay just to try and make you happy.
You've made a serious allegation about my daughter. Do you have evidence to support it?
The pills were in Jen's bag in an envelope addressed to her.
How do we know that you didn't plant them?
What? Why would I?
You've been jealous since Harry and I got together. Maybe you thought this crazy story would get me kicked out.
Jen, what are you talking about?
Do you have anything else to prove Jennifer's alleged guilt?
I don't. But Harry knows the truth. He's recovering from a dodgy batch of Jen's pills. He wouldn't name or blame Jen when he got ill. He's too decent for it. He even tried covering for her when I accused them.
You've been taking pills to enhance your studies, right? Don't try to deny it. I just want to know where the drugs came from.
It's all right, Harry. Tell him the truth. It was Jack who sold them to you.
No way. I would never sell drugs.
The truth now, Harry.
I'm sorry, Jack. I should have told you sooner. It was Jen who gave me the pills. But I didn't know she was selling them to other students.
Harry, you useless!
Well, I couldn't carry on lying for you.
Consider yourself dumped.
Jen! I had to tell the truth. You understand, don't you?
So, what will you do now, Mr. Hollins?
Tell the university authorities. And we need to warn the other students about the pills.
There's another option. One that might be of benefit to you.
Sorry, I don't... Are you offering to fix my grade if I look the other way?
My daughter has a promising legal career ahead of her. It would be a shame to see all that thrown away because of one foolish, youthful indiscretion.
You're an ethics professor, and you're offering me a bribe.
I'm merely saying there's another choice you can make, Mr. Hollins. A simple yes or no will suffice. So, what's it to be?
It went much as I expected, really. No, driver said a few positive things, so it wasn't all bad. Can I call you back? Why didn't you tell me there was a permanent position coming up?
Not my fault if you don't keep up to date with notices.
But why didn't you just mention it?
You're free to apply like everybody else.
You know what? You're unbelievable.
If you don't mind, it's been a long day. I want to go home.
What is it exactly that you don't like about me?
Look, apply or don't apply. It's up to you, Robert.
Oh, thanks for the encouragement. And it's not Robert, it's Rob.
Don't fancy this place much. Sure you don't want me to come in with you?
No, you better stay here, look after the car. At least then I know it'll be here when I get back.
It's gonna keep me safe.
Nothing you say will change my mind. If you don't turn Jen in, I will.
And what about the consequences?
I understand how someone could be desperate enough to turn to pills. I really do. But selling drugs on campus?
I meant the consequences for you, Mr. Hollins.
Harry's ill because of what Jen was dealing. And he's not the only one. I mean, what if someone dies? Do you want that on your conscience?
Daddy, what are you going to do about all this?
What do you think I should do?
I was in the wrong. I see that now. But I've learnt my lesson. It won't happen again, I promise.
It's too late for that.
If you'll just give me another chance.
Jennifer, I'm afraid your actions have left me with little choice. Your greed and disregard for rules have put other students at risk. I can't let that go unpunished. Not this time.
You. Turn in your own daughter? I don't think so. How's your precious reputation going to look when everybody hears about this? Half of your class has been buying my pills. That's why their work has been so good lately.
I blame myself. I indulged you too often. Couldn't see
Oh,
what you...
spare us the sanctimony. This is your fault. Playing amateur detective, telling tales to the faculty. How popular do you think you're going to be when everybody hears about this?
I'll be fine. You're the one making people sick with dodgy pills.
Miss Gibson.
Oh, you took your sweet time.
Yeah, sorry about that. Had a bit of trouble finding the place. Bit of a maze, this estate, isn't it?
Oh, don't start, that's all Mikey's stuff.
Boyfriend?
Boyfriend, drug dealer, all-round scumbag, take your pick.
Okay. So I understand you've been experiencing some intermittent vaginal bleeding the last several hours.
Oh, several days more like. Got worse this afternoon, much worse.
Okay. And at your last scan, did anyone mention the possibility of placenta previa?
Don't think so. But I've...
Jazza? It is Jazza, isn't it? Okay, I want you to just concentrate on your breathing, slow and deep, if you can manage it. Can you do that?
Of course I can. Just because I'm pregnant and stuck in this dump, it don't make me stupid.
Okay, sorry, I don't mean to imply anything.
Oh, forget it. You aren't thinking anything I've not.
All right, listen, I'm going to take your blood pressure, and it'll give me a better idea of how you and the baby are coming along.
You'll admit me to hospital if my blood pressure's too high, yeah?
That's one course of action. I'd rather stabilise you here. If you get admitted to hospital now, then you could be stuck there till the baby comes.
You'll admit me to hospital tonight, yeah?
Why are you so keen to be admitted?
Well, you've got to get me to hospital before the baby's dad comes back.
Mikey.
Jazza! Jazz! Oi! Who the hell are you?
Thank you for your honesty, Harry.
Fat lot of good it did me.
See you later.
I also want to commend you on your behaviour, Mr. Hollins. It would have been easier to walk away, but you chose to do the ethical thing.
I'm no saint.
Nevertheless, I've decided to grant you a distinction.
So I don't have to hand in my essay? Professor, what would you have done if I turned a blind eye?
Good night, Mr. Hollins. And good luck with your exam.
I didn't think you cared.
I don't. But you do.
Simon, what's taking so long?
Right, remember what I said, just slow, deep breathing.
No, it hurts too much.
Oh, stop whining, woman. It's only a bit of blood.
You are not helping.
You're supposed to be the doc. Well, fix her!
Jazza, listen to me. We're going to have to get you admitted right now, otherwise you might risk losing this baby.
No way. I let her out of my sight for a minute.
Oh, he's not coming. I don't want him anywhere near me on my bed.
Oh, listen to her. This is my place. You're only staying because I let you.
Shouting is not making things better.
Shouting? Who's shouting?
Right, talk to me. Talk to me. The pain, is it as bad as before? Is it getting worse?
It's worse. It's much worse.
That's my boy. Give her a good kicking.
You step away!
Nobody comes in here talking to me like that. Not in my house.
He said get away.
Well, don't you talk to me like that!
Just go to hell.
Yeah? Well, I probably will. But you'll get there first, bitch.
Hi, baby.
Hi, is Mrs. McAndrew there?
She's out, I'm afraid.
Looks like something heavy's been dragged along the ground.
Louise had a dress like that. She was wearing it yesterday.
The biggest stars in Britain are